This is a story about how I got my new cat. My sister and I were driving around and we saw an antique store and we were curious, so we just decided to go in and check it out. There were a lot of really neat things in there, old furniture, old pottery. It was pretty cool. Then we saw a mother cat and her two kittens, and all three cats were solid white and the two kittens were nursing from their mother. In the back of my mind, though, I was a little bit sad because usually when dogs or cats are completely white, it means that they're deaf, and I was just wondering if these cats were deaf as well. We decided to ask the owner if the cats were deaf. She said that one of the kittens was deaf, but she didn't know how to care for it, if she should give it to a shelter, so I asked if I could take it home and adopt it. She asked if I was sure, and I told her that I love cats and it didn't bother me at all that the kitten was deaf. I asked her which one was deaf, and then decided that I would figure it out. So I started clapping really loud, and one of the kittens turned around and looked at me, and the other kitten just kept nursing, so I knew that the one that was still nursing was the deaf kitten. So I picked up the kitten and told her I was ready to head home. Then my sister asked me if Phil would like the kitten, and I knew that I would have to convince him to let me keep the kitten, but I had an idea. The kitten was only about 6 or 7 weeks old, so it fit in the palm of my hand. So I hid the kitten behind my back, and I got Phil's attention, and I told him that I had a surprise for him. But he knew by the look on my face that something was up. So I showed him the kitten, and he didn't look too happy, so I told him that I needed to explain myself. And I explained that the kitten was deaf, and I reminded him that we decided that if we became parents, we would teach our child two different languages, and we would allow them to go to the deaf school, and we would not force them to be implanted, and that we would let them grow up naturally. And he finally gave in, and he was so easy to convince. The story made him so weak. So that's how I adopted our cat Ling, and I named him Ling because I had recently started my graduate school for linguistics.